that it is also within your very fundamental human right to inquire about a particular setting, about a particular code of conduct in the society. We are very, very inquisitive. Please, we should not be frightened by those who seems not to be happy, trying to come on board to try to shut us up or to try to talk us out of the lane. We must maintain this lane of inquiry, being inquisitive, and we must maintain the lane of returning code of conduct back to normality, because abnormality that is being ignored for a long time by our people in their community, these abnormality, those that it favored, they will normalize abnormality. In other words, these abnormalities has been normalized in our society. And that is why, within my doggedness and within my inquisitiveness, I am coming on board to inquire. And I am also coming on board to lend my words to the hearings of our royal fathers and our political leaders in Eastern land. And most especially in making sure that such a message as this remain forever as far as social media remains. Because a lot of people might not be seen from the view which I have seen from now, because the veil of propaganda has covered their eyes. But I know for sure, and I do know fully well, that what I am calling for now, if this generation fail to get it implemented, surely the next generation will definitely get it implemented. Before I continue, my audience, I want to take you across the lines of the subject matter which I am bringing on board, that are the topics. Let's look the word Edo. We do know fully well that when they say Edo people, the Afemai people will not emerge to say they are the people that are being called. Or when they say Benin people, the Afemai people will not emerge to say they are the one that are being called. The Esan people will not emerge. The Uropo people will not emerge. There are a particular group of people that will emerge because that is who they are. They are the Edos, they are the Benins. Now, I am taking us alongside the geographical space in Nigeria that is now called, or that is recently called, Edo States. And I want us to see the propaganda therein. The ignored propaganda of naming a particular location that comprises of multi-ethnic group of people to one group known as Edo people. There is propaganda there because a particular geographical space in Nigeria that is now recently called Edo State is inadequate, is inaccurate, and I see it as error. Why do I see it as error? Because the Esan people ignore such error, and it is becoming a thorn on our flesh. A place that comprises of multi-ethnic group of people cannot be named to a particular group. If it is named like that, it means there is conspiracy theories. There is reason behind that, and the reason behind that is to make sure that the people that the state or the country is named to will have upper hand. They will have upper hand over others. And that is what is happening today. In the political share, the Edo people always have the larger share. In the traditional share, they do have the larger share. When we talk about history, in that same propaganda, they will tell you that Irie do Mayahin. In other words, Iwo can do Marivehin. For you to feel okay, why they are having you as their subjects? For you to feel that we are one, but in real sense, they do know that we are not one. And I will give you reasons from all the proverbs of the Edo people. That is a clear indication that showcases that really and truthfully we are not one. The oneness they mean is for us, is for other group of people to always see themselves or subject themselves to them as their children. And when you say that, no, we are not children of the Benin, of the Oba of Benin, they feel abused. They feel abused because they see that the shackle of their supremacy is beginning to fall away by reason of the people are now being awoken. How does that make sense? When a particular or for a particular geographical space that comprises of multi-ethnic group of people of similar and dissimilar languages, for that geographical space to be named to a particular group, that is supremacy concept that was embedded with conspiracy theories. We know fully well that when Ahon applied for Esan State, the Oba sent delegates to go and appeal, to beg, to say no, we should please. They were begging. And we went again for Afesan State. Because we know there are Afesan people and there are Esan people. So being that we want to inquire of the Afeman people to join us for the creation of a particular state, we are wise not to call it Esan State only. We call that pursuit Afesan State. If it is not propaganda within their conspiracy theories, it would be called Edo State. If the Middle Belts want to have their state today, they won't call that state the name of a particular language in the Middle Belt. They will call it Middle Belt State. But in our own case, we ignored. Just because we want to champion oneness, we want to champion unity because we are the lovers of oneness and unity. And they are taking that as an advantage to undermine the integrity of the great Esan people. Why should we not come on board? Just a moment, please. When you see me like this, you know that I just set my gaze upon one that I have to block. Why should we not come on board? for the creation of our state. I tell you the truth, under normal circumstances, under rational sense of reasoning, when you rationalize your ways of reasoning, you evaluate it. You reason here, you reason here. Common sense will tell you that no group of people will want to move away from a unity concept where every group are rated equally. Where every group are rated equally. No group of people would want to move away from that place. If these people are willing to listen to our, not really our plea, our demand and our critics, they will see where they are being criticized and see needs to adjust. Now, let us now go to Oba Ewa reconquest. Oba Ewa reconquest. As it is said in the Benin history, Oba Ewa reconquered 201 towns and villages. The reality is that, let me tell you the reality. The reality is that the people you conquered are not your brothers. It is about divide and conquer. The people you conquered are not your brothers. There is no, in short, that should not be flogged too much for you to understand. It does not need so much emphasis. When you hear Oba Ewa reconquest, Oba Ewa reconquered 201 towns and villages, it is a clear indication that these people are different groups of people that were conquered by a particular group of people who had influence from one place or wherever nobody knows. So it's a clear indication that these are multicultural group of people, multi-ethnic group of people. And secondly, let's now also go to, if you see snake, you see Esan people. This is Edo Proverbs. It is not Igbo Proverbs. It is not Urobo Proverbs. It is not Esan Proverbs either. It is Edo Proverbs. It says, if you see snake and you see Esan person, endeavor to make sure you kill the Esan person first before you kill the snake. If we are really one, as said, will you have that Proverbs? That Proverbs will not come from anywhere. Because nobody will kill his own brother before you kill a snake. Nobody will kill his own child either. Rather, you will run towards the aid of your brother when the snake approach. You will run towards the aid of your child when the snake approach. But being that there is a two proverbs that says that when you see a snake and you see a some person, you must within your power kill the innocent person first before you kill the snake. This is pure and clear indication that is attesting that these people are not one. They only came together collectively to exist together in a particular place. Like as if that is not enough. They talk about, because my name is flying as I'm speaking now, many of them are making videos about me, and I come across them. It makes me, let me use the word titillate. You know that thing that sweetens woman for sexual urge. When I comes, well, each time I come, as I'm speaking now, they are making video about me all over their pages. And each time I see them making video about me, it titillates me and it gives me more enthusiasm to keep telling the truth. I come back again. Each time I come across them making videos about me, I see them, it titillates me. It titillates me. And it gives me more enthusiasm to begin to bring out more truth. Because truth is an offender to propagandists. So, they are saying that I talked about cola. First of all, before I continue on that again, it is 95% of the Edo people, all those groups you are seeing on media, that are there trying to castigate and talk about me. If you look within their circle, it's 95% of them. They are just like the Biafran, they are castigating you. If you don't share in their own view, you become their enemies. Ordinarily, everybody should have his or her view. If you don't share from their own view, from their own narrative, you don't go alongside in that way, you automatically you are their enemy. You are their enemy. They talked about cola, and everywhere in the world, there is no way you will present this where any person will tell you that is right to be taken as a culture. For you to say, and to supplement that offensive practice, to supplement it, you say that if there is a gathering, a meeting gathering, even though there is elderly person there, that does not count. What count is if a Benin man is there, he's the one to break cola because he's a Benin man. And they are telling us that it is long time ago culture that has been practiced, that was practiced. But I am here to tell them that the Hausa Fulani people, the Hausa people, it is their long time ago culture for them to take their cattle a bath. It is cultural to them for them to take their cows, their malu a bath, to go and feed on grass. It is cultural to them. It is not form. That is their culture. But as humanity age, knowledge becomes vast. You become rich in knowledge. You see reason to adjust a particular code of conduct that is not actually correct. They are castigating the Hausa Fulani people to take their cows away from their bush and their forest, to go and create ranches. And I want to challenge you that no. You need to allow that culture, that Hausa Fulani culture, to continue. Call them, because it is that. Why do you want to stop a people's culture if you don't see reason to stop that your offensive culture? That doesn't make sense. Morally, physically, and otherwise. Spiritually as well. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. What makes sense is when the people are gathered, you ought to pray. If you want to pray, it should be because you are the eldest person by age, not because you are from a particular group. That means dominance. That means supremacy. That means not equally rated, not equally valued. And I want to put out my voice as I have always done. No Esan person should tolerate that any longer. Now and never. if you are in any place where that want to take place, ensure that gathering do not continue. Ensure it does not continue. And if peradventure such gathering is being gathered outside Esan land, what you do, you dust your boots and you walk away in peace. But if they bring such offensive culture, because it's really offensive in Esan land, ensure as an Esan man, as an Esan woman, that gathering don't take place. I want to play particular voice notes of, should in case this person come across this, because there are lots, I'm waiting for them to come after me, and I will start releasing a lot of messages from their own group. But I will start with this one, because this one is very small, is a pinch of an iceberg of it. I have a lot that I have recorded right from the time of Great Benin Emancipation, where they themselves were calling me to discourage me, to tell me that we the Esan people, we are the problem, because we are the one that has always pushed that unity. We are the one that is giving the Benin people power. These are purely Edo people, and I told us the other time that the vice president of the then Great Benin Emancipation, Mr. Dele Bello, I was the one who convinced him. He told me that he did not want to have anything to do with the Benin because of how they are treating them. They are supposed to be the king, but they waive it. He told me that they took the issue to the palace, but they ignored. I told him that, my brother, Epa, please, this time around, it's not time for us to castigate ourselves. See, the Biafrans are coming to claim everywhere to say we are Biafrans. Why not allow us to join together to tell these people that we are not Biafran? And when he saw how people were tripping in, the Benin people, that's Great Benin Emancipation, I can tell you that 98% of the people we have, they are Benin people. So they will have reason to frown when the league is not changed, because of their domineering and supremacy standard I see in their body languages and in their code of conduct that make me discontinue. And this man, that as I'm speaking and making video against me, told me, I was the one that convinced him, told me that he does not want to come and have anything to do. And on the long run, he later saw how his people were coming. He accepted it. I was able to convince him. And I have mostly people from Uronigbe, Yokorion, that has been calling me right from the days of Great Benin, when I was championing that Great Benin Emancipation, to say we are one. They told me that those me and Esan, that we are not one, that I'm making a big mistake. I have most of their voice notes. And as I speak with them, when I see that somebody is speaking in that area, I always record for future purpose. I'm just waiting for them to go further to castigate me, and I will begin to bring things up, not to abuse anybody, but for the hearings of people. Just a moment, let me go and search for this very one. I'm going to play, it will take us like 20 minutes of the voice message, of the call. It's a call, but we'll just have to be patient. You just have to be patient, please. Am I going to find this now? I hope so. I do hope so. Oh.
Your understanding, your care. Because those days you are in Germany, you were making a very, very wrong step.
Let me put it on speaker so that it will be loud. Please. Yeah.
So I congratulate you for your understanding your text. Because those days who are in Germany, they were making a very, very wrong step. But we are doing it. We are with it. You understand?
Yes.
We know what is going on there. We are having problems. But because of the supremacy and the power that they have, and we are afraid, we cannot push out. You understand?
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
So, one minute. One million or have a problem in my dinner. I'm telling you. Because it's long you people have been protecting.
Yes.
We're protected to give extent.
The unity, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You guys protect it to this extent. It could have not get to this extent. Everybody could have understand what is going on. But then, this Immanuel
Yes.
the king was like, man, now I'm the Diana. Am I understanding them? In Benin City, you see today, don't you have two group of people run. One for the other family, one for the indigenous people. But the other family, because the confraternity of your Agoni, they now initiate a lot of people into it. And when one initiate someone like confraternity, they will without hello?
Yes. Yes, this Oba family, yeah, I know that you are Edo, but I want to ask, this Oba family, who are they? Are they not Edo as well?
Actually, yeah, you know the name Edo. The name Edo is not from the indigenous.
Yeah.
You understand? They use that name Edo to cover everybody.
Okay.
We still have indigenous people.
Okay.
Still in there. But they use confraternity to cover everybody. Because here are Guinea, La Tropical, La Boni, La Yelala. Those are the things that we are all not hearing. But we are all different people. The indigenous people are this Diana. They not away the confraternity. Near Tabwe, Oboni, I call it Obo. You know the meaning of Obo?
Yes, yes.
That's
the building.
Here they are this is the republic because they have power and everything.
If I may ask, which parts of Edo are you? Which community?
You mean which? I'm from Upper Satumba. My parents are from Itoba.
Okay.
What do you need more?
I just want to ensure that I'm not speaking with Igbo person or Esa person, so that I will know that I'm speaking with the right person.
I was having your number before when we were in Germany. I come of you today. Now I'm not in November.
Okay.
So I was trying to call, but I was also busy because the nature of my job, you know.
Even though he has my number, he has been calling me, but I don't pick his call for long.
My brother, you have to work with him.
No, I wouldn't like to work with anybody. I'm just working with my, let me say, a common sense and a truth that has been distorted.
I understand you.
Because
I know intelligent people. You are so very intelligent man. You understand? There's a thing I was warning of you about. Don't insult your elder.
Yes.
You understand? Anybody that insults elder is a man. Even though you are giving a point, but for you to insult elder,
yes, because that was what. It's not that there are no elements of truth in what he's saying. But when you are not being sagalicious, you are not abusive. So what you're saying will not be. Nobody will want to listen.
Nobody, intelligent people will not want to listen.
Like the truth of the matter is that everybody have right to history. Just as the other part are narrating their version of history, you have right to narrate your own version of history. If you say that history is not correct, maybe they twisted it, you have right to narrate your own, but don't be abusive. Even the Imams, they are also coming up to narrate their history. They say the one the Yoruba people have is not correct. So they are narrating their history. So nobody should deprive anybody from narrating his people's history. But we must not do it to abuse people. To that is just it.
The problem is giving a very good point, 100% good. But it's no problem. Don't insult your elder. Don't insult him. But let the people know what's going on.
Yes.
That is what my boy, you know by then now. But I'm going to be congratulated because for the respect you know, hello?
Yes. I'm listening.
If you or insult your elder, if your elder is an outcome and respect him, it doesn't mean not to give us your point. You understand?
Yes, I do.
So the first thing we congratulate you. You were with them. Because we are only making. We know where manufacture we only. We are not one. We are different group of people. You understand? But because of the supremacy power near with government and those things they are really you understand? They have to that already more than the you understand? But the point you are talking about we're here everywhere. That what I know. If Mana I am the power over. Mana has 1 year. They can attack us so very quickly because we are from there. The rule we are getting.
Yes.
You always go and make sure it's Benin. But Benin, we are not one people. We are different people. You understand? So I am from a village controlled by Dogo.
Okay.
Over kid the Okidogo, the real original Okidogo, now you're saying we know that we had the history before. You understand? The power they don't know anymore. But when you be supporting them, you know, put on my head. But I'm very, very happy now that God has bring you out from them. You now understand what life is about.
Let me say something. I am not cut word for your mouth, no verse. You know, then that great Benin emancipation, there's a man called Dele Bello. I reached to him to come join us, and then he said he liked the way I was debunking the Biafra. That is only the Biafra. That is only what he likes. That he don't want to have anything to do with the Benin's, because they are supposed to be the king and all that. They deprive them and they've taken the matter to the Oba Palace. They are not answering them. So I now convince him. Now me convince him. His name is Dele Bello. He became the vice chairman of the. Just listen first and listen.
No, wait, no, I will give you that.
I know Dele Bello you are talking about. I just know about it, but you're listening.
It's not from that quarter at all. That name is not from that quarter.
I think it's from the Okorion side that he said that's where it's from. So I now told him that let's forget about all these you people are fighting yourself, saying the Oba is not this. Please, you people should stop saying that. That is why the Biafra people are coming to claim the whole Benin. So I convinced him. He was the one who told me by himself that he don't want to have anything to do with it. He does not want to have anything to do with the palace. And I advised him. Later, when he saw the way people were coming to the association, then he joined. After he joined, later now, after everything has changed, I see him tagging my name everywhere where they are castigating me on Facebook. So, can you imagine some people who you try to say, let us be one, and on the long run, they are trying to dominate you, trying to place supremacy, and when you try to define yourself inside that oneness, they see you as their enemy.
And with due respect, let me tell you something about that. You know, nature must take place. We are abusing nature before. You just now you get up from that abuse. And we love your way.
How was that abusing nature? Let me know.
Okay, the way we are abusing nature before, you were like trying to bring everybody together. People that naturally they are not meant to be together. You understand? Yeah. That was your own fault there. But I so much thank God that God bring you out. You wanted peace.
Exactly. That was what
you wanted peace to reign.
That was what
but these people cannot understand the peace you wanted to reign. How can you tell the world that you conquer 201 city and you cannot tell all the city you conquer?
Yes.
So it makes no sense. On a kid that it's a bad donor. You know what the meaning of that book? You know the meaning of that book?
That is secrecy, a trick.
No, with due respect. So Ekinado Ogo or a secret.
Okay.
Ekinado is that door is open.
Yes, okay,
yes. When I said Ogo, that is maybe opening now. Or maybe door of a
because the Ogo that I was explaining when you asked. Okay, Wesley, thank you very much.
So I'm not making you to understand. Ogo Ekinado Ogo is a confraternity secret in here until you Ogo. Because they are in a very small hut. They are saying based on they have the power. And then you are controlling and you're going to buy it. Hello?
Yes.
I promise I will come on your live video one day. I will tell everybody. I will mention my name and tell everybody. Benin, two group of people up to everybody. We want to know.
I decided to release this today because I see that he did not tell me that he's hiding to tell me. Like others, they will say, they don't want the people to come and destroy their house. So I will keep all those ones. But this person is not hiding. He's very, very optimistic. So that is why I decided to let it out. So I know that if he hear it, he will not be offended.
One sitting here conquer, they should give us the name. And why did they conquer those people? Or the name here is very important to me. You are doing this. They not were right track. You were Kaye, who are one of where my alpha. And my alpha cannot be alpha. Are you getting me? No matter you are going to do it, if we are not naturally one, we cannot be one. I'm adding all the things to you to know. I'm very happy. I told you one day you explained your job, you said a lot of things. So you won't say then my epic with the journey.
Oh, I remember. Even as actually there are a whole lot of Edo people that I call. It's not that they are from Okiame family. Some of them are from Okorion and others are from that people guy. Listen. They were calling me as at that time when I was trying to bring people together to say we are one. And most of them were those who I tried to say, there's no need for us to start dividing ourselves. We are one. They did not agree with me. But thank God.
That we thought we one because naturally we are not one. How can you bring people that is not naturally one? We don't know what is family dealing. We don't know what is dealing. We don't know what is dealing. So how can me not be out there? My name is Ode. How can you and the my ancestors doing those war? The name of them have been coming right on time. Till tomorrow my be enemy. You understand?
Yes.
How can you prevent them? I can't say I'm their my name, my ancestor's name to them. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
So how can you bring us to Yoruba man? A man who
I won't do that. You know, those days I was trying to tell those
you were
people
just
that were calling me.
I know. You were trying to make people know that you were with them. You don't want to get everybody together.
Exactly.
So the problem is that you know those areas, it is not what here. Because when you talk about that, why you like to pay, and now there's no one will listen in your program that have you ever seen Amisha man having problem with the Oba? You know them that have problem together. The Asian people were fighting for the Oba. They know that it not belongs to your group. Oh, let me take this family cry for time. Hello?
Yes, Daniel, I'm listening.
These are the mistakes you guys have been making right from time. You can't bring people that are not naturally natural together. The people are so devilish. After you don't come to the country, you sell everything, sell land. You don't even think about tomorrow. People have to live, people have to feed. You are selling everything like any other thing.
Well, I don't have much to say, but I want to appreciate you because I know that being that you are an Edo man, so I don't need to be saying what you are saying is not correct because I know that you are the Edo man. It's from the horse's mouth that this truth has to be coming out. I know that I accept and I agree that yes, I was really making errors at that time, trying to unite us together. Because in that unity they're talking about, they don't understand any of the unity they understand is where everybody will see themselves.
Listen, my brother, you were doing very good work for them. They don't know what you were doing. But me, I know. You understand? Yeah. But because of natural hand, he must leave until the problem
Share. This broadcast we have not shared.
You understand? Everything I do wrong. But natural standard must take its place. I don't see a problem in it.
Then let me continue another one.
The natural take its place again. Almost to race. But this is the modern day. And I it's like here where like there's one thing I always argue with them. I talk with a lot of them. Here one mother, or I can talk. Here my Obama, but not the way Larry. Or what I have of my wife and have the radio. Now it's half a wife. So you're not going to Obama. Now are you talking to a fool? Are you with me?
Yes.
You know, the boy, but no, leave Obiebo him. Let's talk something important. The man who can have a father and son. The problem is but that's the problem is no, I told them I would never accept that. You know, I would never accept it. They send the guy to be doing those things. Later in our picture, that is what happened there. About that of mother, they are here. What's his name?
So painful. Ronald Decoy. They
betrayed the boy. They cannot tell anybody where Ronald Decoy was doing things they don't know about. They know about everything. They don't betray the boy. You know, I don't have his contact. I wish I have his contact. I could have also tell him to leave that land. No one can do me the next day you are. So no way we will support him to fight them. My brother, I'm telling you, a fashion is already to me. When you are saying about Benin people, please always place it where him and that way. You understand? In one way, just as him and me. Hello?
Yes, bro. I'm just speechless. Take me one moment.
Him and me, I'm 100% with Ronald Decoy. Though he has used the other between him. But when he fuck up, you understand?
Yes.
All the other families, why you put on the way? No, the way we are not getting no because I have a Buga. Why have a Buga? Later the problem is to allow them to take the solution. When I know I can't have it because it's telling them without them knowing. What are you going to tell that bullshit to? You are going to talk. You are why are you telling that to? We are not baby.
They said the most funny story is that he was creating chiefs in other Benin kingdoms. How can one who is a servant of the Oba be creating chiefs? Giving people chief title without we had said that kind of chief title that a servant of the Oba is given without the consent of the Oba.
Thank you.
I'm just asking. I'm just reasoning alongside.
That's what the question you are asking is what I'm also asking. My brother, I promise you one day I will call and have time with you on your life. Any matter will go down. You understand? You know why I call it Kokobo?
It's not hiding.
People are not hearing
guys want to play
but I will
now.
come and the whole world will hear us. We want to bring this thing out.
But I have a lot.
You understand? We want to bring it out to the people.
I'm waiting for them to come on me. I will expose them.
You can like police only carry palace in Yari Pere. Oh my God, how will I go to the palace and bring people back to the palace? Get to that?
Yes.
My brother, you're in Nigeria. Upon everybody I know. Imami Beni, for young side, you have to be like police there. You understand? But I just think when things are not working well, I have to leave the country. And I have brought it up. My brother, the first thing I said, I congratulate you for understanding that you are not one of them. You were only trying to make peace. But you can't make peace with people that you are not one together. Naturally it's taking place. It must take place now in nature. And nature must take place. The nature cannot take place. The confusion carry. The confusion is criminal. All the nature We are not one of them.
But the thing that is the thing that when you are saying we are not one of them, the thing get me confused because me know that Oviedo, you are a dope person, you are a Benin man, and they are also Benin.
Thank you. The name Benin just come because of the civilization. That place was not known as Benin before. We have a name before the Oba coming forward. We have said the name because the name Aigbe because in your record.
Okay, yeah.
Because for me, I can't say I'm originally Benin. Sometimes people go out there and say, we could do okay. You understand? That's what I do tell people. I'm not from Yokoyomo. You understand? I'm close to Togo.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
I have a history of the Togo, how they see the king Lord to give you we know they conquer 201. My question is tomorrow. Let them say the truth. What can have to be here? Which are they say tomorrow? They say they conquer 201 city, but they cannot tell us the people they conquer.
They say they conquer 201,000 villages.
No, let's talk about the village. 201. So please, can you guys tell us the 201 city that you conquered? Here my teacher, me man. You can't tell me that. Okay, now I live in Germany. You live in Italy. You are not in Italy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the man will pay up for it. You are in Germany. You understand? You tell me some of things that.
The truth is that when you conquer a people, the people are not your bloods. They are not your brothers.
Never. Okay, wait me. Iman, that young guy. I realize the part. He was talking about that. From Kora people. You understand? I asked him a question. Were people there before us? No, question was one. So was mention one person name, one of the kings, bad king in the book. So were people there before him? And were people were living there before him? So if people were living there before you come, then you are not the one that fall there. Now we are. Okay, when you mean like in Wayini, in Wayirania, we can say you are there. You want to buy where the people be there. Oh, you are where are they? Can I carry my area? People were there. So where are these people that were there? My brother, I believe me, just that they say power of king and all you demand more. You understand? But where I want to understand number, he called the name of Wimoa. What is the meaning of Wimoa? Yeah. You are afraid of him or you are waiting to tell him. You are not giving him now because he is due for it.
I get you.
What is the meaning of Wimoa? You are afraid of somebody, so you have to give him land, let him go out. My brother, I don't know if I'm correct or do it.
I'm only reasoning with you because you call me so.
You understand? I was born and brought up in Upper Sakoba. And where my Upper Nimanya Joria, you know the if you want to make everywhere scatter tomorrow, we just want to do everything based on say the Islamic government are original. How we need in a way that
I want to ask you, thank God say you called me because I was never expecting your call. Thank you for me. I want to ask you one question. Now, for the people to start saying, okay, we agree that we are one. You are not our father, not be you born us. We agree say we be one, not be you born us, not be your back born us. We say we agree say we be one. That one a problem. That one a insult.
My brother, before I answer your question, those days when I was young, or in my family and family man, here where you bring up, this I said, but we are making so if we are one, why will you kill the Asian person before the snake? I don't know the reason.
Let me end it there. You see, the truth must be let out. Not in abusive way, not in hatred way, but just truth. Just the truth. So that is it. I don't know if you have, let me put my number should in case you want to call for contribution. Just a moment, please. My number. For WhatsApp call only. Should in case you want to call. So it's not about hatred, though. Yeah. It's not about hatred. Or let me just finish the the voice. Let me just finish it. Then I'll close.
You understand? Me, as a Benin man, I know quite alright 100% that our Benin is not one of us. Because with what we are saying in this modern day, we are wasting our land, forest, any other.
Let me set my own record straight. For me, like I said on the broadcast, I am not in the right place to say whether Oba Benin is one of the Benin people or is not. What I am only coming out to say is that we, the Esan people, we are not children to the Benin. Yes, we agree.
No. My brother will be saying that you are making a mistake. Say you are not the children of the Oba Benin, not the Benin. Because when we are Benin, it's not covered by law. People want to cover you, or cover you, I said. You understand? So please, don't say you are not the children of Benin. Say you are not the children of Oba Benin. Are you with me? So what is the point to me?
You know when I say Benin, there's a particular people today that are not called Benin.
Thank you. You are making a point. You are right. There's a particular people that are here too.
Now,
but because of the civilization.
Do you know what? Some persons are coming to my space here to call me betrayer. But the funny thing is that they are calling me betrayer like as if they employed me to come and be doing a particular job. And I signed a treaty with them. Or I took an oath with them to say this is a particular job I will do for them. There was no such. Like this brother who noticed me and every other, some of the Benin persons that know the truth that will not come out in public to come and say it. What he said is that he knows that I was out for let us unite. But I saw a lot of heat. They are saying because I was expecting them to laud me. Nobody lauds me. What do you mean? All of them, they are saying I was expecting people to laud me. Nobody laud me. Let me tell you something. Go and check all their Facebook page. All those ones that are making video about me. They are making money with their page. None of those pages. I would have been making thousands of euro. Thousands of euro. If I was for money. People called me, you know, go monetize the page. I said no. My wife became so angry. Till date, I did not monetize that page. Those people you see saying that I was wanting people to laud me or I wanted to be making money, I did not get the money. That was why I changed. That Facebook page only is enough for me to be making cool money. But for me to make sure that you know that I am not for money, I was just there for unity. I did not monetize that page. Those people that are making videos, like I'm not trending. Like today only, maybe up to 3 of them in their different Facebook page has made video of me. Go and check their Facebook page. They are making money. They are coming to talk nonsense. They are making money. And when we were in that organization, I did not put my account number out to say make una dey put money for this account. And each time we want to do anything, I also said let Edo Man account number to be there. It was the Edo Man account number. I did not undo any money aspects. So where you want you stay castigate me? What have I done? Nothing. I was only there to champion unity. But the truth of the matter that when you are out to say let us come for unity, let us be one, and you see some group of people are taking that as a yardstick to elevate themselves above you, don't you think you have to withdraw from that unity? When you see that they are everywhere, you are the one, they know you are Esan person, but you will see them on Facebook pages abusing all Esan persons, and you will still be there. Aren't you being foolish? They are not respecting Esan person. They are not respecting Esan people, even though you have some few Esan people on Facebook that are saying things that are not also good upon them. But because of the job I am doing, are they supposed to be respecting Esan persons? But they will come and be praising me, and they will go and be abusing Esan people on their pages. And I will be saying that you expect me to continue. I have emotions as well. You expect me to come at the detriment of my Esanite, of my Esan identity, at my the detriment of that. I am being hypocritical to self if I continue. Immediately Emmanuel Joka boy issue started. You see how they castigate me because I was against the way they handle the matter. They said, I said like this, I said like that, my brother. For me to be leading a people who want to be controlling how I'm going to be speaking, then I have to withdraw from that cabal. They will be using me. I will not be able to speak because I am with them. So for me to be able to express myself the truth, first of all, I need to detach myself from that unity. I need to detach, because with them, when you are with them, you are trying to say this is how it should be. They will not allow it because they are the majority there. If you have any other few people who are not Benin amidst them, their mind will be poisoned by they that are Benin that are the majority. Because they do the same thing, they reason the same thing, they have one voice. You like to tell them to say, no, you people, let us get this history right. We are not children to you people. We are part and parcel of you people. They will castigate. They will not give you voice. They will say you are separating. You are doing segregation and all this. My brother, for you to be able to have breathing space, you need to move away from that so-called one. That is what I did. Hello? Hello, caller?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, please. Who is speaking?
Yeah, yes, how are you?
Oh yeah, about Boshan.
Because my brother is already doing a good job. You're already doing a good job. Why? Because this supremacy has been there for ages. Because they have been doing it for ages. I don't know why. As it's supposed to be your grandfather will be here. If he was 16 years, what have to break cola? Is that not demonic?
Very, very
How
demonic.
come?
Very, very.
It's not really necessary, really. Then after that, no matter what you face, you don't have to take it personal. You don't have to be angry with them because you don't have to be preached what you know how to do best.
Okay. Exactly.
You have to be doing what you have to do, what you know how to do best. We have everything to. We are great people. We are great people. Some people are great. They have strength. They are intelligent. They have everything.
For sure.
In that Nigeria, any place you find on this man, you must find it doing a very good thing. It's doing well. Even here in Europe. And let's focus on what we have to achieve. We don't have to. So they are our brothers.
They are not being insulted,
not
bro.
our enemies.
They are not being insulted.
They are not. They are our brothers. They are our sisters.
Bro, they are not being insulted. I hope you listen to my broadcast all through.
Yeah.
Did you see any place where they were insulted by me?
Yeah. It's your broadcast. What I'm sure. No.
So.
No, I have never. Just keep it up like that. Just keep it up.
Thank you.
We are grateful. That's all I just know. All I know that we are enjoy it. Just that we just have to let them know this is your bad to our boundary. You cannot say everything. All the issues that you have been insulting us, insulting the Igbos, insulting the Yoruba. At the end of the day, you come back and tell us we are one. You said Igbo is themselves, people of Bomai, but now why you? Yes,
It's sound
do this, don't do this. But it's not really necessary. At the end of the day, you come out and be calling us your brother. It's not really good. If you want to unite, you have to be, even if you are the senior, the way you are behaving, you are not behaving like a senior. Even though you are the senior, you don't behave like the senior ones. Okay, look, we are together. Now act on people, they don't think they are part of the family. In fact, people, they don't think they are part of the all living as one together. But if you want to, you use your hand, destroy your. If you unite everybody, just try to be united. Even though you have the senior, behave like the senior one. When anyone is doing bad, then call him. We are all one. You don't have to call them. You don't have to call it two different kind of things that you are doing. That's not really necessary.
Thank you, my brother.
That is what I will be doing.
Thank you, my brother. Let me allow that callers so the case there are. Thank you. Bye for now. These people, if you see, when you listen, you see the way people are gathering themselves against me. They just want to quench everybody's voice. If you just come out to speak, you will see them rush out in their numbers. Waiting they happen. Now you get power pass. Now you get charm pass. Now you get juju pass. Waiting they happen. Allow people to have British. Allow people to express themselves. Anybody just talks more. Oh yeah. They will go rush come out. And you expect those people to be happy with you. To enjoy the so-called oneness you're talking about. Okay, you say my brother, you thought I was a dome. You were not listening to me in total. You are not listening to me at all. If my brother is Okaivini, don't you know that my father, okay, if your father marry 3 wives or 4 wives, marry Edo, marry Igbo, marry the children who they born, your siblings, they are not your brother. But you people should rationalize things and talk very well. Do you know that my own mother is from Obaiti? Rationalize things and talk very well. If you are from polygamous home, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe you have a father that married up to 4 wives. Marry from this tribe, marry from this tribe, marry from this tribe. Are those people not your brothers?
No.
Hello?
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening.
I want to just contribute for this your program this morning.
Okay. They're listening. Thank you for calling.
Waiting there is the not just orientation. I just want me our Asian brothers may they begin to get small, you know. One is not be how to talk on for mouth. It's about our actions and our doings. Understand? If we do what they happen for that our Edo state, so you see most of the people now they don't wake up small in terms of development. Now they are doing things back home in terms of development. You see Romy boys now, most of them they don't go their land, go they buy land, they build house. When we think about 10 years back, it wasn't like that, you understand? So it's high time for every nation man maybe they think of how he would tell do things go out, because that thing they talk saying that Benin fine. The population of Asian people for Benin, if you begin to get a counter, you will understand them and how small like Benin they position in terms of population. I know many of our brothers when they build house for Benin, most people they say Asian and bush, and most of our Asian people now bush them for come out go school. Now inside that bush, now their parents will take money to trade them for school. If they come out finish, come abroad, they'll still go buy one bush for Benin, go to develop bush, they go. Now they help Benin people to develop their bush.
Very correct.
The bush where you for buy land today, you build Naira, another Asian man will still go buy for that same bush again, build Naira, development don't they come that place. But if they talk, Benin man will talk say nothing to Asian land. Because why? Now we they do ourselves. You understand so? If they begin to do things go out, begin to get that orientation, they will really understand the statistics in terms of the population when they do So more begin to sensitize our people. They let them know how to they do things. They go hard.
That is why, my brother. That is why we get association. Me just they come out for now. We get association where listen, may I talk finish, bro. We get association where we say most of all this sensitization, if they enter for there. People dey wey they represent for ground now. When you they see things they happen for Oromi like that, not be because of what they talk for Facebook. Now see the sensitization. Because we don't see where they for cheat us. We think say will be one, that one where they talk. So and we can say okay, the one who they talk now. The only small development, the only infrastructure where government they bring on, the only small job where we say if you see go find work small, you'll see work. Or everything they bring on where government now do Benin City now they end down. So that come they make our people. They come they live for Benin City, they live for them. That's why it be for Lagos. People now what they make people rush go Lagos. Now where work there, now where small development, now where small infrastructure, then people they go. So now waiting our people till they come up for us with that one. And we come they say what they say that's a Okpama here. The Benin everybody get and not knowing say they all they use us till they elevate themselves. So when our eye don't begin to open, we don't see the truth. Our people can't begin to, you see say the Atanakma where they set that security this. If they say they wait for the government, nothing the security for not ready, they go bring a Edo State security network where they focus put na Benin City, my brother, and some other local governments where they don't focus East and land. Nothing they happen for East and land. Not be our people sit together. We talking for this thing. So my brother, our people will desensitize them all. Now our people sit together. He lost his way will buy. You know how many million for one he lost? He passed him 15. No. Motorcycle will buy. He passed him 15. No. We all his sons and daughter put money together to make that thing happen. Create security. They abandon us for there. When we talk about road, now we they put money together to grade our road. They know they do anything. You don't ever see the government can show one school where they renovate for East and land. Or they can show one better road where they tie for East and land. So now we they do all those things. So
our people they know they talk and we haven't
listen. May I tell you. Listen, brother. Listen. Wait, may I let you talk. May I finish.
Many things for granted for so long. You understand? The high time we started speaking up and the high time we started doing things.
Yes, that is where we are now. So we need to be talk and well so that people will understand what we talk, my brother. Now what one of us come that state to say now we call it no say that state to the even name Edo State. Now to favor the Edo people, you know if your name state only one group name and we know say particular people they as Edo. They'll come they tell us say Edo Maya and a lie on a deception. Because if they say Benin people, now they call Benin people. Now them will come out, you know will come out, half a mama now will come out. So the states now they just name out to elevate themselves. So we come with their subjects. So now it be that thing so way they happen. They don't cheat us well, and now the pain don't reach inside the bone of our marrow. Now it make us come everything we see for us and the hospital we did there, the general hospital now we they develop and do about ourselves, not the government. Everything we see for them, we see for us and land. The only time we can enjoy better government now during the time of bend the way Abrusalite rule. After them, nothing. The Ogbemudia where they talk some Ogbemudia, not be Benin man, now Igbanke man. All of them they claim the glory. They say they are the big Ogbemudia. Nothing what they don't do when Lucky Benin can finish that state. See what thing this man they do. If this Obaseki na Ishan man, he not go hear word for the whole world for Edo people. See what thing they do. So all those things now time for us to call for the creation of our state because the insult and the abuse done too much. And when they come they bring this critic come and they criticize it, they don't want listing. That they not go listing like because that supremacy don't enter inside their blood. So when you can't talk anything, you can't temper their ego.
Everything now they will begin to change. Come 2023, more they see first. You understand? So because I have any good thing when they shall learn when they put for us. Stand up at your hospital when they put for you and say stand up at your. Only this one stand up at your during her time. I can remember that during Okosun when they put that in. The general hospital with them total university went there for nothing. I don't think not they create much jobs. You know, say the flower if they pass they go which I call this place that company has been closed for years. If a person can invest when they think well, that thing is supposed to revive at least to create job opportunity for each other.
You know say my brother, you know say when they talk about Edo State, according to government structure, political structure, Esan is the heartbeat of Edo. They there like that. They have because now that is and be the economy basket of the state. But now we now the marginalized pass. And now I want to tell you something. More even look the era where phone and estimate they keep people. They go set up security network. Those state joint security, those state joint security, now they call them. But all those joint security network, even me will be the leader of Great Benin Emancipation that time. I lead people where I say make we buy gadgets, walking, talking. We buy all those things. What thing I not do? We buy them. I not take for the money. I not say they put the money from my account to. We go give them the those state joint security network. But nothing they not they extend any security reach East and land. They not they extend just use. Now Benin there, that Benin city there, palace, everything Benin city. But I see now only there, now be the states. So how the people not go cry come out? So now
the whole street for Benin, they go dey tie am up and down, tie this one every year to year, budget to budget. But the revenue when they come from the other local government for each land, no one they go back. Except Southeast, they one of the biggest local government for those states, and if it's not say contributed. But still yet, go check Ubiaja, go check if you go Ubiaja now, according to statistics, you don't even see where it pass. You understand? So brother, I so much thank you very much. Man, not take too much of your time. May other callers for be calling, may you continue with your program. At least in all instances of our daughter, we need to wake up on time, you understand? So
thank you.
We really need to wake up, thank you very much for your work.
God bless you. Thank you. Bye. They know say what we dey talk so na true too, but they want use social media to shut us up. Now lie. Don't fear anything, no. Not even they retaliate. If you behave some person they do they talk for some people, then they use it to they do video. No reply them. No reply them because they want to sabotage. They want to confuse us with that one. So that the time we will continue to attack ourselves, the reality way they ground will can't live on. No, just reply them. Let them do video. They my response to this, my response to that. No reply them, and I will never reply them. I only hear. I will be talking what I need to talk, because these people don't cheat us. So they don't cheat us. They don't cheat. Or you hold the heartbeat of the state. And when I expect say we will come the moment can they continue for that kind of unity what we want to make we do together. We will come out now. They brag. I tell you, if Esan come out for Edo State, nothing remain. If Esan come out for there, most of the business we did now, we they constantly put out for there. They know, but they will not respect us. Thank you, my people. They don't want to listen to people. They think they pay me for them. So at least just listen to people. Even if people they criticize you, they abuse you, what they talk, there are elements of truth in what they are saying. Listen to them. Reason with them, not go they castigate them. Reason, that is how to understand. Say these people, they are truly one. That is, I have been telling them these things then when we were together. They don't want here. Reason with not just to the jump come out. What thing they happen, and you shall be jump pass. We the yes, we know they now we will tell you how they take the jump. And if you want to say you still the jump, now you can't sabi jump pass. We go hang you. And we don't do it for their eye before. We not the start the time we other state start, but if we start, we go overtake you. We are not loud. That is why people know your day. We are not loud. But when you talk about greatness, now dear, now that is someone, now you will go find out. We are not loud at all. They know they cannot. Now you get voice pass. I think now you get the monopoly of social media. Now you harsh pass. At least just humble yourself and listen to people. Listen to people, for crying out loud. This is what I've been saying. Listen to them. Reason together with them. If you hear them saying some things, it's not that they just wish to come and say what they want to say. Because that is where they are pained. That is the area where they are pained. But because they are just there protecting one throne, which is meant to be protected anyway, the integrity of that throne. But when you are doing that, endeavor to also make sure the other thrones in that other kingdoms are also protected, are also respected. No, nothing concern them at all. Nothing concern them. They are so disrespectful, so arrogant, so loud, lousy, so disrespectful. They know they look person, rich person. And I'm not getting shishi for Nyash. So loud. If you see the TMA today for social media, you just say rain go fall. And no level. They'll got a TMA, they social media, TMA, do this, do that, talk this, talk that. What thing they have now because of now they open the social media. Walk by yarea, walk by now luna na did this world now because of now. More they use social media, more na see they happen from on our side. Make shame see the cash now. They don't want just listen. At least listen, just listen to people. Listen so that you will be able to understand where they are pained. Somebody who was very, very interested in unity before, you see the person turn back, at least listen to him. They not go listen, no, now lie you. The only thing they understand is say maybe just the hate them, just they praise them, beneath here, beneath there, just they make posts, you they see them. Make one post about your own people and they never come there, come hail you. The only thing they tell be your friend for Facebook now because you they make beneath posts. That is it. That is why they are your friend on Facebook. And I hear some people we see I see some of our Esan people. Very soon that Esan I love Esan blog we just they help them they promote that history. You go see and say yeah go soon open. And they will come hate time. That's what they do. The only friend why they are your friend on Facebook is because you are just posting beneath history there and there. Other than that, they have nothing to do with you. They have nothing to do with you. They just want it to be them and them only and them. What did they happen? Hello? Oh yeah.
My brother, Aigbe.
Okosun Okosun.
So, just let me drop my contribute on this program. First and foremost, I appreciate our brother, our leader on this program, Mr. Aigbe Okosun, for coming out at this very time. So, I also want to say, please, we that are here today, we should not be distracted by this, most especially these so-called Benin people that are on social media. As we all know, 99% of them are fat illiterate. They don't know what they are doing, rather than to cause argument here and there. Just as you can see there today, they are all on social media platform, causing argument, say what they don't know, no? You will just be mad. Are you saying a fact or you are saying they say? Yeah, now, when you look at this program today now, what our brother is explaining to us, you will see that for the beginning of this program, there is a lot to learn when you listen. But when you go to those people's platform, from the beginning to the end, you will not able to see nothing to pick, rather to argument. Now my question is it wrong for we to say we are not the children of Oba Benin? What is wrong here? Where some people say, I am sorry, is it wrong? Is it wrong for me to defend my identity? Must I join you to be defending your identity? I don't really know what is wrong with those people. So, my brother, I pray God will give you more wisdom, our ancestors to protect you, and we will fight this fight to the end because enough is enough.
Enough is
We
enough.
will not continue like this. We are not at war with anybody. We are not at war with many people. But they should understand that the time has come. This unity is not working for us. It's not working for us at all. We have been in this unity for so many years, and it is only the Benin people that are benefiting from it. The Asian people are just there, you know, as the capacity in their own land. This is not funny anymore. So my brothers and my sisters, Asian all over the world, anytime I read that Ubioma and Bayo online, that's the Martian program, commentary, and many of us we are going to be coming out in different platforms to encounter any false propaganda that will be coming out for those people, because those people they are so desperate of sharing their propaganda, fake history. Where God knows where the so this is just my little contribution. So my brother, God will empower you. Our ancestors, they are all beside you. Don't relent. We are always there for you. And thank you. This is my contribution.
Abolo.